Hello, welcome to Prequel, Sequel, Requel, the show where we pick a film or a franchise and give it a prequel, a sequel, and a requel with a panel of comedians and movie lovers as well. There's not more than that. There's like three people and they love movies and the comedians as well. So there's three people. Sounded like there were more then. Anyway, I can't do this on my own. So I'm going to start bringing our lovely panel in this evening. First of all, he's your friend and mine. He's here every week. He's Eddie French. Eddie French.
Hello, you all right?
I'm all right. I nearly fell foul on my intro then again. I nearly messed it up, but I pulled it back.
You did? No one noticed.
Yeah, good. I've just drawn attention to it now. I'll get my banners up. Let's get the banners up now, actually. You can leave a comment, join in with the show. Prequel, sequel, live. There we go. Okay, lovely. How's your week been?
Well, it's been in my house.
Yeah. Good.
So for better or for worse, I've been in my house.
Right. I got a new charger this week for my Mac, and I bought the wrong connector, so I had to send it back. So.
Does that mean you had to go to the post office?
Yeah, I go to the post office all the time, mate. I'm always there.
No, I was just thinking what a wonderful life. Oh no, sorry. I sold some comics on eBay. And I had to go to the post office to send them. So there you go.
Wow.
So if you were hoping to buy Ultimate Death of Spider-Man from me, I'm afraid someone's beaten you to it.
And they're all going to cry now because they wanted to. That's very niche, but it's fine. Shall we bring in our next panel member? It's
oh, yes.
What can I say about this next person? She's here every week. You know her as well as I know her. It's our old friend, Natalie Smeaton.
Hey friends, how's it going?
It's all right.
I've got to say, I've had a bit of a roller coaster of a week, right?
It was.
I don't know how you've coped.
Have you been to the post office this week? Since we seem to have a theme. Don't know why.
I'm ashamed to say I haven't been to the post office this week. I'm so sorry to let you down.
You've not sent a single parcel.
You want me to go now?
Yeah.
I mean,
you want me to go now? I can go now.
For some people, Eddie doesn't realise this, but for some people, sending parcels is a luxury. Not everybody can do that.
Eddie has never realised that. He's always bragging about the amount of parcels he sends.
I know, it's always there. I had to save up to send mine for weeks.
Parcel privilege is what Eddie's got.
I'd sold something. That's how I could afford to go to the post office.
Yeah, exactly. And you got your money back. Anyway, let's not go into eBay. We're getting enough advertising after my plug last week. The business soared.
I've heard the owner. He's got a bit of scratch now.
He has. Right then, let's bring on our final panelist for this evening.
Yes, please.
That's a good idea.
Guest panelist, and this week we've pulled out all the stuff. I've been trying to get this panelist on for about 3 weeks, and she just refused every time. So I've made her.
Don't blame her.
She couldn't get out of it this time because I saw a message come up on Facebook, so she had to answer. Anyway, she's a comedian from the north. She's fantastic. You'll love her to bits. And here she is, it's Sam Mays. Hey. Hello, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Really good.
Thanks for finally coming on the show.
Gosh.
Oh my God, how passive aggressive was that?
I know. It's like I've been really difficult to catch. I haven't. I really haven't.
And luckily for our other panel members this evening, you wouldn't do this film that I wanted us to do because Sam is a big fan of the Ted Danson classic Loch Ness, which is my pet film as well. I love it. So we were going to do that, but Sam wouldn't do it because she said it's like nobody's seen it. And I was like, all right, I admitted it.
It's too niche.
It is very niche.
Maybe
very niche. We'll do a special at some point. It is. It's very niche. It's a great film, though. Check it out.
Wrong.
People watching on Facebook, say a quick hello to them. Let's have
Hi, guys.
We've got our old friend Roberto in. Here we go.
Hey, Roberto. How are you doing?
We're you old card for a very long time. 30 seconds, Roberto, tonight. It was. Don't start already.
3 times that length last week.
Yeah. Scissors,
thank you.
So Roberto's in every week, Sam. He gives everybody pet names like Scissors is Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Martin,
Evening,
hello,
Martin.
Martin keeps it simple, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's nice.
And good evening to you, Martin.
Buonasera.
Yeah.
Buonasera.
There we go. And we got Sophie.
Hey,
Sophia.
Miss Sophie.
Nat's cousin who, sorry, niece, not cousin.
I was going to say, not cousin.
I know,
But
sorry
actually, Sam, Sophia is living in Newcastle at the moment.
Is
So,
she? Nice.
Yeah, she's in Newcastle right now for uni. And so, you might get a vote simply because you're both from the same area right now. I'm just saying.
Well, I hope so, because what I've got is garbage.
She notoriously doesn't vote for me, so...
She votes for you every bloody week.
She's voted for Eddie loads.
She has voted for me.
Oh, hello. Hiya, Sophie. All right.
Hello.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi, Sophie.
I think you're missing the...
Oh, the Nat's kitten he's talking about.
Yes,
we got
yeah.
Loch Ness fun film. Good, Martin.
Dramatic, actually.
You thought it would be too niche.
Well, that's
like
the drama.
Turns out we're going to have to get you back on, Sam, to do Loch Ness now.
We're going
to do it special. Two, if anything.
Ted Danson
Speed
special.
2, yeah, you're right.
Speed 2, cruise control. Right then, so for those who have just tuned in on Facebook and everything, if you've never seen the show before, what happens is our lovely panel here, they're going to pick a prequel, a sequel, and a requel. They get a minute to pitch it, and tonight we are doing the classic film Stand By Me. Rob Reiner directed. Great film, massive cast. We'll go into that as we get going. First of all, though, every week I like to give you a quick reminder. If you haven't seen the film in a while, just read the back of the DVD box for everybody so they can catch you up. Are you ready for this one? Here we go. In a small woodsy Oregon town, a group of friends, sensitive Gordy, tough guy Chris, flamboyant Teddy, and scaredy cat Vern are in search of a missing teenager's body.
Flamboyant.
I know. Wanting to be heroes in each other's and their own town's eyes, they set out on an unforgettable 2-day trek that turns into an odyssey of self-discovery.
Nice work.
We've got Keith Sutherland in it, his gang in there as well. Calls him Mickey.
Yeah, Ace Morel.
Yeah, I too have an issue with the word flamboyant being used. It's like he sort of...
Yeah, he's not flamboyant.
He walks along the railway track in like high heels and a sequin boob tube or something.
Dressed like Liberace or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's got a flamboyant shirt on. Like a Hawaiian shirt in it. I thought he had like a Hawaiian.
No,
that's Verno.
He's got a green one.
He's got like he's in army fatigues, isn't he? Because his dad stormed the beaches at Normandy. The loony.
Oh yeah.
His dad stormed the beaches at Normandy.
In a loony kind of way.
Right, okay. After that, so the cast, obviously, we've got Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, Jerry O'Connell, Keith Sutherland, Richard Dreyfuss, John Cusack, and loads of other people as well. There's loads of people in this film, loads of goodies. Right then. And
I don't think that there's a bad actor in this film.
There's not? No?
Yeah.
No.
Even the dog kills it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even the dog.
Yeah. Right then. So let's crack on with the show this evening. Stand By Me prequels then. First of all, this evening, we're going to get straight into this then. We're going to go with Eddie first of all for your prequel. Are you ready for this?
Sure, yes.
Don't forget, after each round,
excited.
For your favourite pitch, I'll give you a quick recap at the end of the ride. Right then, let me get my stopwatch ready. You got a minute? Starting now, Eddie. You ready?
Yeah.
Go for it.
1955. John Merrill is a big nerd burger. He spends his time ironing his mum's big bras and counting his maths collection. People always make fun of him, and he feels all the anger grow in him day by day. One day, his family moved to a town called Castle Rock. He tries to change his look. He gives himself a hairstyle and finds a leather jacket near a bin. The tough kid at school decides he's going to fight him because he's new and smells of nerd. Using trigonometry and a spare underwire he always keeps in case of emergencies, John kicks his head in and kisses a girl and then tells her to call him Ace.
Nice.
Oh. Right. 47 seconds. Wow. All right. Bit of a short and sweet one for you, that.
Well, it's...
you want one, yeah?
Look inside the bully. That's what the vibe is.
Yeah. I had to look at my cast list then to see who you were on about before you give me a name. And like, who? Anyway, but that's fine. Right.
No,
So,
because I looked at the cast list to find out his
Professional.
actual name, and he's
Yeah,
credited as John Ace Merrill. So
right. So Sam and Nat, you get to ask Eddie a question of your choice now, whatever you want, to put him on the spot, find out a bit more about his pitch. So fire away when you've got one.
I've got one.
Go on,
What does nerd smell like?
That was my question too.
well,
With
well, I'll answer
Oh my
for
God.
both of you, sisters. Nerds, they often smell like very neat books. In this case, he has an element of his mum's bra, the fabric conditioner that he uses on them, and also
Real.
his hair is just a bit too neat. Like it's sort of done all like coiffured and stuff, but it's sort of like done in a DA and whatnot. But it's just a bit too neat. It doesn't have that sort of rough and ready approach. So it smells like a bit too much brilliantine. And also there's probably a floral air to it as well, because this is the 50s and men who go near flowers are definitely wrong uns in the mind of Castle Rock in the 50s.
I didn't know that.
Well, I'm quite the expert on what nerds smell like. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been so frivolous as to put it into my pitch. Because I could have been caught out.
Could have been caught out there.
Brillo pads.
Flowers and Brillo pads, sure.
Right.
Nice.
Nice.
Have you got another question, Nat, or do you both want to ask another one together?
I do. I just no. Sisterhood. We're gonna sync up soon. So I do. I thought of another one. So obviously we're seeing a younger Ace Morell. We're probably going to start to see his cronies, I assume. So will we see, Gordy's brother, the football star who dies? Will we also see him as a younger person? Will he almost be like the anti-Ace in this movie?
Well, it sort of culminates on John's first day at school, so he'll probably be there in the crowd. You'll see him. He'll probably be holding a football in a very athletic but also very supportive way.
Yeah.
But like, oh, you're actually a really good football. Well done.
And you're trying your
Being
hardest.
a football, he'll be doing that. Because I mean, if they'd have laid that bit on any thicker, they would have basically just gone, you remember your brother Jesus who died?
Oh yeah.
It was a bit thick, wasn't it? But
do you think the bit where he do you think that was a flashback or
should have been you, Gordy?
A nightmare when he said that to him? It was meant to be a nightmare. I'm thinking, no, that happened when I watched it.
I mean,
that really happened
from the real dining situation when they're in the dining room, like, Gordy,
potatoes.
yeah, he's like, can I have some potato, please? And they're like, look, you are
Yeah,
brilliant.
just give him the potatoes.
Yeah. He's like, hey, Gordy wrote a really good story. And he's like, see what you've done now, Madeline. You've confused the boy, thinking about girls and stories.
Hey, did anybody recognize the mother? Which other film she's been in?
Talking about girls and books.
Hold on. No,
again?
you can say, because I've got an idea now, but I think I'm wrong.
She was the mother in Gremlins.
Oh, right, I was wrong.
And she played Lorraine's mother in Back to the Future. What a set of credits that is.
Sure. She's been typecast as a mother.
Oh, she was rocking it. That's like 1984, 85, and 86 right there. She's like in the biggest films. She's like,
I wasn't born.
Well,
You just triggered Chris.
Anyway.
we got Gaz Smith said,
Oh.
Kevin Bacon is a bastard. He's not even in this film.
No, but he's
Oh,
in everything
how
else.
is he though?
Fair enough.
He's not in the film, is he, Kevin Bacon?
No,
He's
he's
in
not in the film, but I want to know why he's a bastard.
We should warn you, Sam. The last over the last month or two, we've had a couple of odd commenter invaders. We had someone who said that we shouldn't be telling lies.
We have, yeah.
Because, and we're like, the point of the show is kind of fictionalizing. So like, no, none of that is true. Only God is true. And we're like, we're not doing the Bible. We're just doing, fucking whatever it is. And then someone else came in and said, why aren't you upset about Trump's election being stolen from him? And we go, because we're a film show. It's just when we have no power over the US
election. They shouted
election.
at us about how we were voting. It all got very...
I should have warned you how much of a controversial show this is, Sam, before bringing you on. To be honest, it's a political hotspot. This show, we all deal with all this stuff.
The majority can take anything.
So I assume we're probably going to get like a member of Islamic State coming in this week, just sort of shouting about how we're letting women watch films or something.
Sophie's never seen this film. Oh.
You're missing out.
Oh, Sophie, you must watch it. Sophie, you must watch it. It's very good.
Yeah. Right.
It is lots of fun.
Let's move on. That was Eddie's prequel done, I believe. Nat, it's your turn. Are you ready for this?
Okay, let's do this.
And I'll be the same as mine, Nat.
Might be. Go for it.
Well, if it is, then we're just going to have to say it together. Okay. Private Duchamp sat in a boat waiting for the signal. Terrified and fresh out of training, he has no idea what to expect when the back of the boat opens and he has to storm the beach. Luckily, he's with his best friend Teddy, and together they vow to help each other stay alive. Amazingly, they do survive the initial charge, and even as their friends drop around them and they push it on with the troops through France and into Germany, they stick together. Towards the end of the war, and after seeing many horrors, they feel like they can see their light at the end of the tunnel, and they think that they might go home. Sadly, moving through a village, Private Duchamp, his best friend Teddy and their platoon are ambushed. And after a fierce fight, Teddy realizes that Private Duchamp is about to be hit, and so jumps in front of him and takes the bullet. Slowly dying in his friend's arms, Private Duchamp is forced to leave Teddy behind as German soldiers close in and they have to flee. Never able to forgive himself for deserting his friend, and having seen many horrors of war, once he gets home and back to America, he names his newborn son Teddy, but never gets over his friend's death and eventually goes mad.
Ooh, all right.
I think. I tried not to be too silly this week.
Right. Sam and Eddie then. Sounds like a band, Sam and Eddie.
Start one, Eddie.
Charles and Eddie. Any questions from that then? Any questions for Natalie?
Eddie?
Was that a bottle of wine that you were just drinking?
It looks like it, doesn't it? No, it's just a bottle of juice.
I thought you were just chugging a bottle of wine. Put the glass.
Film.
Whenever Nat does a war story, whenever Nat does a war story, it reminds her of her time in the forces, and she just has to get blind drunk.
Yeah.
I've got whiskey.
Reminds
in
me
this.
of being in Nam.
Got whiskey.
Just so you know, I was nervous. Anyway,
Nam's doing it right. See, she's doing it right.
You don't have to say.
She's doing it right, mate.
Do what you want. Do what you want on this show. Say what you want. Do what you want.
I'm an autonomous adult. Anyway.
Absolutely.
Right then, let's get to the question.
Hey, he's going to get his knob out later.
Let's get to the question. If it goes past an hour and a half, Eddie starts to disrobe. We nobody wants that.
I never wear clothes for more than 90 minutes at a time. So it was over. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, contract. Yeah.
Hang on, we got an update on the mother. She was in Footloose as well. That's right, Gaz. You're right.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. String of hits. Let's get to these questions. Hey?
She was
she a mum in Footloose?
Yeah, she was mum in everything. She's America's mother. She's America's mother.
Yes. I'd be good if I just getting cast as a mum. I'd be like, I need to change up my look.
You wouldn't if you'd been in Gremlins, Back to the Future, and you'd be like, yes.
The eternal mother.
As mum, I'd rather be that sexy sexy woman gremlin. You know, the one that's like really sexy.
The sexy one. Yeah, I know which one you mean. Yeah.
A part in Gremlins, though. Her part in
Strike,
Gremlins
yeah.
is amazing, though. She like kicked ass in Gremlins. In this, she just didn't do well, really. She just had a flashback and went, my son's gone. Like that. And it was after Gremlins.
She wasn't that chatty when he was around when he was at dinner table, and then just lost all her chat. Her chat was super dry after her son died.
Yeah.
I wonder why that was.
Right, let's get to the questions.
Yes, the questions. So is this primarily going to be set in the Normandy invasion?
Well, it starts in the Normandy invasion, but as you heard, it does then push on through Europe. So it's going to have more of almost like a sweeping epic war film type of feel to it, rather than just the beaches at Normandy.
So it's going to be sort of the Band of Brothers. So it's going to be sort of the roughly 60 days it took the Allied forces to get. So we're going to see the fall of Berlin. Cool. In that case, who is playing Hitler?
Yeah, it's going to get to the point where.
Who's playing Hitler in this?
Hitler's not in it, mate. I'm sorry to.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry to upset you, but yeah, there is no Hitler. They never quite make it to Berlin because they're ambushed in the village, and Teddy dies. Yeah. So, and they're forced to leave his body behind when they flee. So, they never really quite make it to Berlin. But it is almost going to be like one of those buddy war movies.
Does Teddy at any point show Deschamps a picture of his best gal?
I mean, he's got a tattoo of his best gal.
Oh no, that's even worse. Oh, Teddy was an idiot.
Yeah, he's got a tattoo of his best gal. And then when they have to leave his body, that's all he cuts off of him to take with him as a
plays his best friend. And then what? Sticks it to his kid's ear, and that's why it looks like that.
Just makes a lamp out of it.
Had the original Teddy got like a bit of a cauliflower ear from like the sort of the army boxing championship? So he's like, "Oh, you are real Teddy now," and like burned him.
I mean, it was a war wound. It was a war wound. He got shumped by a bullet.
He got shumped. Yeah. Oh, I can't believe he got shumped in the ear.
That's like a war. It's like
he'd never have made it back in Civvy Street with a shump to the ear.
I never realised about his ear actually until for some reason I paid more attention when I watched it this time, and I realised that he had his ear and it were all.
It's got it's rather unpleasant, yeah.
Big prosthetic job, that, isn't it, on every film set? Anyway, I just thought production. Production on that. They have to sort that out every morning, 6 a.m. Anyway.
Oh, it must have been like being in Lord of the Rings.
It would.
Oh, it must have been. Them hobbit feet.
Yeah, exactly.
And then stunt leeches are used as well in mud bath bit.
Although
leeches got paid a lot of money.
Like Lord of the Rings, they did use short women for the long shots when they're running away from the train. Earlier, yeah. So they used short women with cropped hair to do the long shots of running away from the train, so they weren't putting children in danger, and they put plywood slats in between the train tracks so that they had a flat running thing.
No, they didn't. They used bad green screen, which you could see in the film. That was the only bit I was like, oh.
No, but in the long shots they had the green screen was appalling, but it certainly hasn't aged well. But in the long shots they did use stunt tiny women.
Good. So I would be one of those.
We've got a few things coming in. Martin Cameron. So Band of Brothers with comedy.
Who mentioned comedy?
Roberta can play Hitler. Let's check that out. Yeah, they could. Wow. Uncanny. You'll hate that. We'll go mad in a minute. Right. Sam, have you got a question for Nat?
A question. What is, generally in war films, the soundtrack is Jefferson Airplane heavy. Would you change that and have something...
Mainly the Vietnam ones.
Let's go for some 80s electric pop.
Nice. Very good.
Yeah, let's go for some 80s electric pop. Why not? Why not?
I mean,
like,
series, why not?
What's his name? Is it Blade Runner? What's he called? Vangelis. Get Vangelis to do it.
I'm going to say the soundtrack for the film actually is fantastic, isn't it? All the
it is lovely.
It's a great soundtrack. Yeah.
So much that I know what song's coming on next in each scene.
Oh. Go on then, tell us them in order. That's my question for whatever your pitch is. Tell us all the songs.
No. Well, no, because it's fiction, isn't it? So I can just make it up.
I'm wondering if they must have decided they were going to get the rights to Stand By Me before they made the film, because the score is all the music of, it's basically Stand By Me, the score of the film. So imagine if they'd have done it all and then turned around and gone, yeah, the song.
I know.
You said to them, he just goes, no.
If it was Nat King Cole, then surely it was written before the film, because the film was in 1987, the year I was born. Yes, I'm young.
It was Ben King, and it was released around that time, yeah.
Really? Well, there you go. Then Chris, you were right. Probably was written for the film.
I mean, for somebody who knows all the songs,
the song was released around the time the film is set. Beg your pardon. Sorry, I wasn't clear.
Oh, right. Okay, so the 50s. Okay.
So for somebody who knows the soundtrack,
it's called The Body. Sorry.
No, it's not.
It was Stephen King's novella was called The Body. Yeah.
It was, yeah.
And also they weren't allowed the rights to Benny King's song The Body, which goes, I saw a body with my friend, he was dead. And so they went, we'll have another one of yours. He went, I've got one called Stand By Me. And they went, oh, we'll have that one then. Yeah, change everything.
Yeah, change the title of the film. It is what they do go through a bit of a craze of naming films after song titles, though, don't they? I bet they just go, we'll have that one, fuck it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's called Crazy Little Thing Called Love. What's it about? We don't know yet.
You just imagine the credits.
Yeah, wow. We'll have it playing. Great. Cool. Okay, right. That's your questions in it for Nat. So Sam, your turn. Your prequel.
Right.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Away you go.
Ready? Right. So Ray Bauer, I hope I'm saying that right, The Body, was actually a keen prankster. He never meant to die. He intended to lie in the shrubs, laden with gory makeup, and jump out and go, ah! when he was found, scaring his finders. He was proud as punch. He spent months organising, scheming, spreading rumours about this dead body, even lying in practice for some of the older boys that found him. Now, unfortunately, during one particularly long bout of giggling, he tragically chokes on a bee and dies. His soul leaves his body and he sees a bright light and a glorious figure, God, who's played by Kathy Bates. Did it work? He says. Did I get them good? No, you fucking idiot, you're dead, says Kathy Bates as she leads him into the light. The end.
Oh, all right, cool. Right.
Nice. It reminds me of that that little webcomic that goes around when the dog passes away and he says to Death, was I a good boy? And Death goes, no, you were the best boy. And they walk. So it's all very nice. It reminds me of that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but with sort of quite an aggressive God.
Kathy Bates would be an aggressive God, though, wouldn't she?
Yes, I mean,
yeah, quite right.
I could imagine her being that aggressive as well. What the fuck are you doing up here?
Yeah. You said, come on, Jesus. What do you think?
Have you got questions for Sam then, please?
Yeah, so chokes on a bee. Do we see an hilarious comedy like scene where he swallows the bee and like chokes on it? Is he like, or is he chased by bees and then inhales one in? Like, how does the bee incident occur?
So he's lying in the shrub, dead, looking dead. And then he starts laughing. You know when you play hide and seek and you start laughing because you think someone's going to find you? And you're like, that's what happens. And then the bee just swoops into his mouth and it takes like 45 minutes for him to die.
Oh, 45 minutes.
Good God.
Horrific.
What's the bee doing? Does it keep popping out and then going back in again?
He's like rolling around, like, you know, it just takes a really long time and then he dies.
Right. So it's an epic 45-minute death scene. No,
so how long is this film going to run if his death runs at 45 minutes?
Because 45 minutes is exactly half the runtime of the original film.
Yeah, it's a long film.
That will be a long film.
Yeah.
I like that you've brought in the B-boy death tragedy of My Girl into this. You got that one. That was a big hit.
In the background, you can slightly hear someone going, "Where's his glasses?"
Yeah, without his glasses.
Yeah, that's nice.
Nice.
We got all about that in My Girl, yeah.
Me too.
Macaulay only did half the film. He thought, I only want half. I'll do it, but I want full pay, half your film.
Yeah. He went, is that other one as famous as me? What, the other child? Yeah, the other one. Not really. Well then, I'm not doing it all then. Fuck you. Yeah, it's good. I've got a question actually. So this lad is he known for being a prankster, or is this his like first bit? And if he's known for being a prankster, what other pranks has he been doing? Because presumably he got to a level of prank where he's just like, it's just not jumping out on people and going boo is just not cutting it anymore. I need so what are some of his pre-suicide pranks?
Accidental suicide.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good question though. That's a good question.
Stupid side.
Well, the thing is, the problem with Ray is
that what the film's going to be called?
That's a sitcom.
The problem with Ray is that his pranks were always just a little bit too small, and people were commenting on it. You know, like, Ray, if you're going to prank me, don't put a lollipop thing in my shoe because I'm not going to know. Like, it makes no difference. You know, don't call me Bob for the day when my name is Sarah. You know, that's just going to irritate me. I don't realize that's a prank. So, and this was like continuous. This happened for like a year. And so, what am I going to do to like raise up my cred as this prankster?
So people are like,
I don't know.
Come on, kid. You've literally
He was never very good at it.
Like, you've just drawn a picture of the Statue of Liberty and stuck it to the outside of my window. I don't believe I'm in New York now. Come on, what are you doing? It's like that kind of thing, right?
I mean, that is.
I felt a lot of like sympathy for him now.
That is the trouble, though, with pranksters, isn't it? I mean, you've got to raise the bar every time. I mean, look what happened to Noel Edmonds that we talked about on the show before. You know,
is he dead?
No, he raised his game and then somebody perished. And that
the reason Noel's house party stopped. Someone died during they were filming a prank that Noel Edmonds was doing, and someone ended up dying.
Went wrong.
Shit, I didn't know that.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's true. We've talked about it before. I don't know why I mentioned that again.
I think last time I sort of flippantly said, like the time Noel Edmonds killed that man. And,
He didn't. It was a stunt that went wrong. He didn't kill him himself.
No, Noel Edmonds wasn't even present, I don't think. 45
minutes to die.
I noticed the one where I noticed you didn't put up the comment where Martin Cameron made a comment about your impressions. But
where's that? I didn't see it.
It's further
quite
up.
a lot of comments tonight. Hang on.
There are a lot of comments. Yeah, it's near the beginning, I think.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, here we go. Got it. There you go. Just to play fair. There you go.
Oh, it's kicking off.
Cut me deep, Shrek. Cut me deep. Cass Smith.
Was that Alan Rickman?
Yeah. Because it's nearly Christmas, I love getting a Rickman out.
That's what you're calling it these days, is it? The Rickman.
That's what I call it now, the Rickman.
Yeah.
It's not a trim, it's called a snake.
Right then. Is all the questions gone to Sam then?
Yeah, that's all the questions. Yeah.
Right. Cool. Okay. it's time to vote. Let's get voting. So everybody watching on Facebook, this is your chance to vote for your favourite pitch for your prequel. I'll give you a quick recap though before that. Right then, so Eddie's prequel was set in 1955. John Merrill is a nerd, goes to school, gets picked on and everything, so he decides to change his look and become an hard bastard. He starts loads of fights, wins the day, and changes his name to Ace. Is that right?
Broadly speaking, yes.
Yeah. Okay, Nats was about Private Duchamp. He's in the war, storming the beach at Normandy. He's got a mate called Teddy. They make their way through France, occupied France. They get to a village, they're ambushed. Teddy takes a bullet. He goes, oh no, something like that. Takes a bullet.
He does.
Then he ain't saved, obviously. Duchamp feels guilty, goes back home, and he calls his newborn son Teddy in a bit of a tribute to him.
Yes.
But for some reason, treats him like shit. PTSD.
He does have PTSD.
Yeah, PTSD. And Sam's was about Ray Bauer, the body from the film, obviously, his early days as a teen prankster. And his ultimate prank was to make himself up to like he was dead and hide in the ditch. And then, I'm going to make everybody jump when I do this. He organized himself quite well. He practiced. Then he giggled and choked on a bee. Then he died. And Kathy Burke, who's playing God, takes him into the light. That's about right, isn't it? Okay, so pretty much. Right then, so get voting on Facebook and we'll have a look at those in a minute. Let's vote in the room though. We'll get a vote each. Can't vote for yourself.
I love a war film, so I'm tempted. But where else do you see a 45-minute B-related scene? So,
this is what's swaying me as well.
I'm gonna send my
I'm with
vote.
Eddie. I'm with Eddie. I'm going to vote for Sam because I need to see a 45-minute B choking death.
I want to see it as well. You got all the votes. 45 minutes. Yeah, that won it. The 45
All
minutes.
films I've seen, B death scene, but not one for 45 minutes. That's.
We'll have a look. We'll have a look in a minute. Sam, who are you voting for? You can't vote for your own.
Right. So I love a nerd. They're my favourite kind of man. So I'm going to vote for Eddie. But I did love yours, Nat, as well.
Whatever.
I've got to think for nerds, okay?
I have a friend who's got a thing for men with really big heads.
Oh.
I'd share that with you. It's not me.
She just spend all of her time.
Just really likes guys with massive heads.
Massive
big
head.
foreheads.
Why?
Yeah, big foreheads.
She's just like, oh, Easter Island is where I want to retire.
Is she an unsuccessful sniper?
No, she's a very nice person. She's just got a weird.
Sammy Hayes, who's that?
It's just his nickname for you now.
Aussie rules. It'll be an Australian rules footballer.
Right.
He does this thing where when he finds out who the guest is, he goes and researches someone with the same name, but who isn't them, and then goes,
right.
"Oh, yeah, it's really funny."
There is an American footballer called Sam Hayes.
Right. Okay.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that.
All right, Dan, you're dead to me. I don't even
Thank
know
you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. Don't listen to the insults, Dan.
Is Dan a friend of yours, Nat, from work?
Don't listen, Dan. No, I don't work with Dan.
Oh.
Dan and I don't work together.
All right. Just checking. Not to
See, look, there's Sophia not voting for me again like she normally votes for Eddie. Just
normally
saying.
votes for you. Don't get jealous.
She doesn't. She votes for Eddie all the time. She loves him. She wants to be with him.
My mama used to say I have a very big head.
I'll introduce you. I'll introduce you to my friend Roberto.
Look, it's just insulting me Italian accent, so I'll do it for him again. So why not? It's fine.
Oh, Chris, he's trying to cancel you, Chris.
I think I know. Yeah, I didn't even read that, but yeah, it should be banned. Yeah, ban me, Roberto. What are you gonna do? Get me banned? Probably can nowadays. You know, you just say they do this show and they talk about Noel Edmonds too much.
Do you know what? I heard the other day, right? If you just sing songs with rude words in really offensively, just sing them at the people that the words are rude about. If you just sing them in their face while holding them and keeping their eyes open with your fingers, you go to prison.
True. I heard that as well. It's true.
I mean, it's a nanny state. It's a nanny state, guys, isn't it? It's a nanny state.
And do you know what? I once heard a joke about Princess Diana, and they've not gone to prison. So think on.
What,
People's princess.
What?
Ruh-roh.
Oh, don't open that can of worms on here, Princess Diana.
Oh, it's been opened, but all right. It's all right. The Crown is keeping all of those people busy with their Margaret Thatcher at the moment, so that's fine.
Oh yeah, it's yeah. Right then. So Sam, you won the first round. Well done.
Yay!
That's got to be the longest first round I have ever been involved
40
with.
minutes.
40 minutes. 40 minutes for one round.
Right, okay. That's my key to get things moving. Oh my God, that is the longest first round we've ever done. Right.
But we had fun.
Oh, we had a lovely time. That's the end of the thanks for watching. Right. It's a good job we're not on Zoom. We'd have had to reset by now, on 3 o'clock. You only get 40 minutes on Zoom. If Zoom's watching, if you want us to move, give us a free account.
If Zoom is watching,
you can get a professional account sync with Zoom.
I know, but you gotta, we're doing a free show. We ain't got the.
This is free. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Unless somebody wants to donate to you. Have you got a PayPal account? They might send you some money for winning.
I've got a PayPal account, but I've got a letterbox.
Don't tell Roberto he'll be round posting his CD through of him singing that he keeps sending us. Right then, so Stand By Me sequels. Let's do this. Nat, we're going to start with you first, please.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. That was serious. Bit of fun,
Serious.
right?
It's very serious, Chris.
All right. Jesus. Right, go on then.
Okay. Chopper and his junkyard owner, Doug, have had enough of snot-nosed kids trespassing in their junkyard. Trouble is, they're getting old, Chopper and Doug, and he can't run the business any longer. So they hand the business over to his son. Determined to restore his father's junkyard legacy of having the meanest dog in Castle Rock, he buys the most evil, the most bitiest, and the nastiest dog he can find, the Chihuahua. We then see him via a training montage teaching his dog how to sick a variety of things, fingers, trouser bottoms, eyeballs, etc. Until having mastered all of these, the dog is finally allowed to sick the most sacred thing of all, balls. Under cover of night, Chopper 2 is set loose on a group of punk-ass kids who can't see him, but with the piped music and piped big dog barks, he sicks balls. Because nobody sees him, but hears the big dog barks that they're piping over the speakers. People assume that Chopper 2 is massive, does sick balls, and finally the junkyard is safe from those snot-nosed children, and Chopper 2 becomes a legend.
Wow.
There you go.
All right, very good. Okie doke. So Sam and Eddie, you get to ask Nat a question, whatever you like.
Is this going to be live action, or are you going to make it like the animated film Bolt?
No, it's going to be live action, and because it's Stephen King, I want it to have a little bit of a feeling of Cujo. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
like Chopper could go either way. He's a Chihuahua, so that we know that they are the dog of Satan anyway. So,
are they
go on.
Are they going to put a little bit of like shaving foam around his lip, around his mouth?
Yeah, it's going to look a bit bloody, like
wet.
Yeah.
Train him to like avoid puddles so he looks rabid.
Yes, but he will always have a really, really nice t-shirt or jumper on, because Chihuahuas do. So he'll always look really smart, but also mental.
So he's an executive rabid guard dog.
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, he wouldn't be seen dead without his clean t-shirt on every morning. So yeah, he's I forget your original question, but that's my answer.
Okay.
So when forgot his original question.
It was about whether it was going to be animated like Bolt.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. No, definitely not. No.
Fine.
Because you probably can't train Chihuahuas because they're evil, but I reckon you could just let it loose anyway and it'd sick whatever you were wagging in front of it. So,
My girlfriend's parents have a Chihuahua Yorkie cross, and it constantly tries to have sex with the Alsatian that it lives near.
Well, you do realise that Yorkies are the second most evil dog in the universe. So actually, by a Chihuahua and a Yorkie
They're called
procreating, that's
Yorkies.
unholy. It's an unholy alliance. That's what that is. You
He's
tell your
little,
grandma.
like a silly face.
All right, cool. Sam, you got a question?
Just one.
How do I get off the show?
I mean, how high can this Chihuahua jump?
It has many skills, and what you don't realise is it has a utility belt. There's a utility belt there, so it doesn't need to jump because it can just go, and then a thing will come out, hook into the person's belt, and it just goes, and then it's 6 balls. Or whatever it's going to sick at the time.
That makes sense.
Just in future, Nat,
Yeah.
it's really, really difficult to hear you say to someone who asked a reasonable question, what you don't realise is he's got a utility belt. It just sounds a bit unreasonable when you put it like that.
He's got a utility belt.
And also,
A Batmobile or a
Don't judge.
Chihuahua mobile.
it's falling apart, this thing, because it should have been animated if he's got a utility belt.
That's
Really
what I
weird.
assumed
No,
because
it's not. I'm sticking to my guns. There's no animation, but he does have a Chihuahua belt, Chihuahua mobile.
is it
He's
like a
like
really
gadget of Chihuahuas.
journey, like Homeward Bound?
Oh, and that makes me cry, that film. Oh, no. No, he's just an evil little shit who hates kids.
Fair enough.
Roberto, do you want a copy? Do you want a copy of Roberto's song? We got it, I think, Roberto. We got it. The one you sent Nat and Eddie.
I got it on when it was reissued on 12-inch. It had been remastered.
I got the
on,
original.
vinyl.
I managed to track down an original copy signed by him. Yeah.
Good for you, man.
It's got that picture on with his tash there, and he signed it. That's it. Nice. Keep going.
He is a bit, yeah.
Sequels. Sam, it's your go, I believe.
Okay.
Are you ready for this? Oh, hang on.
Ready?
Did you ask your question tonight?
Yeah, how high does the Chihuahua jump?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. It seemed like
We went into that whole utility belt thing.
You
I
like
forgot.
Chris, you've lost control.
Remember?
I'm only human. I make mistakes like everybody else does.
You should make a little tally mark next to each person's name when they've
I've only got tallies for your scores. I can't have loads of tallies going. Look at all my notes. Look at the effort I put in.
Nothing.
Sorry,
Right. So, the sequel,
yes.
it's a dramatic horror, and it follows Vern as he's convinced he's being haunted by the ghost of Ray Bauer. It starts off simple. He shows up in his dreams. And then it escalates. He sees him in misty windows and mirrors. Messages are left for him like, "Hello, I'm Ray Bauer." He sees him in the hallway. And then it all escalates when one night he's at home and the electricity goes out. Storm's going wild. Things start to pop. He hears his name everywhere. And something dramatically sort of knocks him in the head and he passes out. He's like, "Oh God, it's the ghost of Ray Bauer." Tells all his friends, everyone thinks he's mad. Anyway, it turns out it's just hallucinations caused by his blood pressure medication. And everyone's just like, "That's it." That's the end.
Okay. I'm just making my notes. Hang on. Right. Cool. Okay. Questions?
Yeah, straight away. I immediately noticed that you had a very marketable phrase there. That's Vern. Is this a phrase that you're going to essentially want to come out of the film as being something that's going to be put on T-shirts, posters, travel mugs, novelty condoms, things like that?
Cushions.
Yeah.
Everything.
Coffin.
All that stuff.
It's the market. The marketing.
The knickers. You name it, it's on there.
There'll be more merchandise than Kiss.
Diabetic medication, insulin, all that sort of stuff.
There's blood pressure.
Mm.
Blood pressure medication. And essentially, I would imagine that it can become something that you would say, if for anyone who does something a bit stupid, oh look, he's just done a Vern. Is that what you're aiming for?
Yeah. I want this to never end. I want this in the year 3047. Someone does something stupid and they're like, that's just Vern. You know?
Yeah,
like,
I love it.
No, guys, we could have knocked off early on Friday if you two hadn't been verning about all Tuesday. So now we've got to finish it. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That body would have been dead hours ago if you just stabbed it in the neck. Why are you being such a Vern? You know?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like that. Yeah, I like that where that's going. Yeah.
Okay. Eddie, what have you got for us? Question.
What question? I'm not.
Come on, Eddie, you can do it.
I don't know that idea. What are we going to? Oh, hello. Are we going to be treated to any sort of Stephen King Easter eggs, like any of the visions that he sees? Are they going to be like the vampires from Salem's Lot, or are they going to be like Children of the Corn? Are they going to be like like sort of reanimated Pet Cemetery kind of thing? Are we going to have any of those kind of little nods, because it's a shared, a lot of Stephen King stuff's a shared universe. So,
I think it's all going to be quite realistic, apart from one 5-minute scene when it's the moon with a terrifying face, and it turns around and goes, "I can see you," and then turns back round again.
That is terrifying.
But everything else is realistic. From that one.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's.
Well, I mean, you both missed an obvious question. Is Vern going to be played by the same person?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's the same person. Well, no. Well, the thing is, Vern grew up to be pretty fit. Have you seen him? Jerry O'Connell.
He did a long bottom, didn't he? He nevelled up. Yeah.
It grew up. So maybe it shouldn't be him. It should be like Danny DeVito or something.
He nevelled when everyone was hoping he was going to Vern.
Yeah.
Yeah. He ended up Jerry O'Connell in London.
Oh, I watched the Queen's Gambit on Netflix, and one of
Don't
the blokes.
Tell me the end.
I'm not telling you the end, but one of the blokes in it is played by the lad who played Dudley Dursley from Harry Potter.
I was bowled over. I messaged all of my friends, like, "Did you know this was Dudley?" And they were like, "Yeah, I did." And I was like, "Are you actually insane?" I had no idea.
I was like, who is that guy? I know him from somewhere. I've only seen 8 films that he's been in, but no, I couldn't remember. Admittedly, he's not a main character, but I was like, and then I saw it, I was like, fuck me. And so every time he walked on, I was like, "What's up, Big D?" And,
have you seen The Devil All the Time, Eddie? He's in The Devil All the Time, and he's really good on Netflix. Watch it.
I'll have a look.
I'm going to write that down. The Devil Always Wins.
Yeah, it's a really, really good film, and he's in it, and he will blow you away.
Cool.
Good. All right, Eddie, it's your sequel, please. Time for you.
A sequel.
Yep.
Okay. So, Chris's time at college was tough. He had nowhere to go for the holidays on account of the fact that he didn't want to go home, and no family attended his graduation. Nevertheless, as we learn, he buckled down and he became a lawyer. His first major case was in 1963. He was lawyer for the prosecution, and it sees him argue for the incarceration of a busboy, a man who worked as a busboy at a country club, and he used his job to find people to rob. The judge finds Elwood Blatch, for that is his name, guilty and sentences him to prison. Chris finally believes that he won't turn out like his father, and that he could be something in his life. While in prison, Blatch confides in a young Tommy Williams that he murdered a couple who were having an affair, and the husband got the blame.
Oh, Eddie, you just got me right in the umps. That is the best crossover ever.
Well,
not bad.
I assume this is what do you call it?
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah. Couldn't remember the name.
Love that.
Right. Okay.
I've got to say, I was hugely relieved and pleased because that was the last one I thought of, and I just went, "Wait a minute, a lawyer," and then all the numbers went in front of my face and went, "Prison."
Good. All right. Questions for Eddie then, please.
I can't think of a single one. I was just so excited by that whole pitch. I'm not even going to ask one. That was great.
Who? I don't think I've got one. I'm trying.
No, he's not met one up. Come on, give him some.
Who's going to play the bus boy? Who's going to play the bus boy?
Who's going to play Blatch?
Blatch, has it?
Steve Buscemi.
Oh, yeah, he'll be good.
Oh.
Yeah, he'll be good.
Oh, he's not that out of the park with that casting.
There, Eddie. For God's sake.
Oh, Eddie.
I thought you were going to have him then with that question, but no, he's
normally people do, but I
done good there. Right, okay. We've heard all the sequels, so it's time to get the votes in. So vote along on Facebook, and we'll do a vote each in the room as well. I'll give you a quick recap. Nat's sequel was Chopper and Doug. They're sick of the kids, basically, but they can't run the business anymore because they're older. His son takes over, and the son decides to buy an evil dog, but it's just a Chihuahua. And he decides it trains it to sick everything, like a variety of items, like hands and feet and other stuff. And then the ultimate thing, obviously, sicking balls. So Chopper 2, they use the tannoy to broadcast loud dog barks that terrifies everybody, and then the dog starts eating balls and they win the day, I guess.
He sticks them.
Yeah. Sam's was dramatic horror about Vern. You start seeing the ghost of Ray Bauer appearing everywhere, mirrors and other places. I didn't write down. He leaves messages like, "Hello, I'm Ray Bauer," but not said like that. Then one wild night where all stuff's going on, he passes out, and it turns out the visions were caused by hallucinations because of his medication he were on. Okay.
Yeah.
Eddie's was about Chris at college. He graduates college and becomes a lawyer. 1963 case, prosecution, busboy, Elwood Black. Sorry, what's his name? Blatch. Sorry, Elwood Blatch, and it's a big Shawshank crossover. Right, let's vote. So vote online. I'll save that a minute. Let's vote in the room first of all. While then vote.
Eddie, straight away. Eddie knows how to win my heart when it comes to Stephen King, and that crossover was genius. So I'm going to vote for Eddie, please.
Okay. Noted.
Yes, it was, but I really want to see Chihuahua and a utility belt. So I'm going to.
It is a strong pull, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Yours was clever, Eddie, but a Chihuahua and a utility belt.
That's entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm voting for Eddie's. It was it's a good one. It's a good idea.
I'm going to vote for Sam's because I think we should make tavern a verb.
Tavern. Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I'd like to support an addition to our fine language, and I think tavern would be to err is human, to tavern divine.
Yeah. Good. All right, let's have a look online at the votes. We got Eddie, your old friends back. Derek Spoon.
Yay, Derek. Hey man, how's it going?
Hey up, Derek.
Do you remember Manchester, Derek?
Derek came in last week, Sam, and he told Eddie that he knew him, and he went for ages saying he knew him from Manchester, and we're like, "Do you know him?" And it turned out he didn't.
No.
Is his name really Derek Spoon?
I don't know.
We cannot say for sure.
Don't know. Well, Roberto Squatralupi is not his real name, so you can just come on with anything.
I suspect that Roberto and Derek are potentially the same person.
Damn.
Yeah. Hang on, can we just do Derek? You never apologise on this show. Never
we don't
apologise. to us. Don't worry about your caps lock. You put it on, mate, if you want to caps lock people.
If you want to yell into the internet, you do it. You do it.
You want. I vote scissors. I think prison is a good idea for him.
Okay.
All right. At least you got his vote.
I got the vote. Sure.
Yeah. Right. I think that's all the votes actually online by the looks of it. Yes. Eddie, you've won that round. Well done.
Eddie.
Eddie.
Okay. Well, as I say every week, it's all to play for.
All to play for.
It's all to play for. We're going to make that a fucking thing and we're going to get mugs with it on. Not going to get anything, are we? Right, it's all to play for as we go into the requels. I'm just going to keep saying it. Right then, Sam, we're going to start with you this time. Fair, everybody's had a go each at the start. So your requel, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Away you go.
So it's similar to something that Eddie said. So my requel, it's all the same. Nothing changes, dialogue and story-wise. But I want every single character to be played, apart from one, every character to be played by a 50-old man. Is that right?
50-year-old man.
At 50. So Steve Buscemi plays every character, and I mean the dog, the deer, the leeches, the obviously all of the main four characters, the little waitress that comes out and says, "Who's been letting off cherry bombs?" Everything's played by Steve Buscemi, apart from Ace, who's played by Beaker from the Muppets. You know, the one that's like, him. I just think it'll add an extra element to the film that it was missing in the first place.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Let's
There was an element of felt that wasn't there.
I mean, I'd watch Steve. Yeah, we'll come to that though in the voting, won't we? Right, questions for Sam then on a epic one.
I'm just trying to process
play.
the nightmare fuel that would ignite in my brain, thinking about Steve Buscemi playing everything, including the leeches.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Imagine Steve Buscemi reaching into his pants and pulling out a smaller Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
Is it just his face? Yeah, I was going to say, is it just his face?
Just his face.
His face on the deer. His face on the... Right, okay, all right.
In Chopper, his face.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
I'm trying to see it a little bit more now.
It'd be a real acting challenge. I'll give him that. I mean, wow.
He could do it.
He could do it. You're right. He could. He's versatile. Is what he is.
Big supportive Steve Buscemi hugging his little brother Steve Buscemi and telling him that he's a great writer and
a grieving mother, Steve Buscemi.
Chopper, sicking balls, Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
I think
Just
an
adult man haunting the son of a man with mental health issues. Loney.
But can you imagine though, like Beaker holding down Steve Buscemi trying to get a cigarette to his face? Going like,
could you see the rods? Could you see the rods in his hands as well? While he's doing it.
Yeah.
That'd be good as well. You can
That's
see the
giving me chills.
You could see the puppeteer as well all the way through his bits.
Avenue Q.
Yeah, Avenue Q. But the puppeteer played by Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Oh no! What?
I think you've just fixed the potentially only flaw there was in this film, Chris.
Yeah. A flaw that I didn't even realise that flaw existed. So right now, when you pointed it out.
Well, you've got to have a puppeteer, and who's going to do a puppeteer better than him?
It was like just walks out of the bottom of a ship saying, "Oh, I fixed the hole, by the way." I go, "What hole?"
Yeah. Have you got a question for Sam, Eddie?
No.
Nothing.
Really don't.
All right. That's all right. We're getting back on schedule now.
The holistic approach has really tied everything up.
All right. We'll move on to yours then, Eddie. Your go.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to update it. We're going to bring it into modern day, but it's broadly the same story, except we're actually going to see it as a series of TikToks that the kids send
Are
to
you
each.
trying to be cool?
I'm led to believe that teenagers only consume and share all narrative via TikTok. And then they get cancelled for showing a dead body for some clout on social media. But other than that, it's roughly the same.
Okay. Right, I'm just making notes. So, Sam,
will there be? Straight in with the question. Sorry, Chris.
Hang on, now.
Sorry, Chris. You got one job.
Would you like to ask a question?
No,
I
I'm
think
fine.
that's it. Go next. I haven't got one yet.
Thank you, Sam. That's very nice of you to say that. So, if this is going to be done via the medium of TikTok, will there be an on-trend dance, a brand new on-trend dance that they're all having to learn and do?
Yes.
As a TikTok. And can you show me some of the arm movements for that dance, please?
I can't, but I can tell you, I don't know about the dancing, but there will be the ACE challenge, which is where stupid kids get cigarettes as close to their eye as they dare, and they dare the next people to do it. So it's a bit like that neck nominate thing that went around. It's like that.
I believe you didn't answer the question, though, did you?
Oh, well, I think
you didn't do the dance, no.
No, I didn't do the dance. That's because I'm trying to think of one. But I think I imagine there'll be a new one. It'll be. Well, I'm trying to think of it because I don't.
Dance.
Roberto, when you need him, come on, Roberto.
Well, there may be, but I imagine it would be for someone under the age of 30, probably under the age of 20, to choreograph them.
Bit of a cop out.
None of us then.
Have you got a question, Sam, for Eddie?
I think my question is, what's popular on TikTok is like an audio that people sync along to.
Oh yeah.
If one that wasn't Stand By Me, but was popular because of this remake, what would it be?
Ooh.
I imagine they'd probably sort of text speak eyes one of the popular phrases from this. So I imagine it would be something like rope or rop. Like it would be like piss up a rope, but or go back and fuck your mother some more, just with a lot of the vowels cut out.
What about the bit where he's got the bit where he's got the gun and he says, "What is it? Cheap dime store hood."
Suck my dime store hood. Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of them in this as well.
Yeah, I can just see like a series of like older women in their living rooms, like lip syncing, going, "That's my set one, you cheap dime store hood."
We should get people to do it after this.
A cartoon. Superman's a man.
We should get this trending. Get it trending.
Get on TikTok. We'll all do one for TikTok, even though does anybody have? I signed up to TikTok to have a look, and I was just like, ew.
Am I on the register now? This isn't all right.
I put one video on there of me doing a Boris Johnson impression, and I didn't bother.
I thought you were going to say I put one bit of my Frank Spencer impressions on there, and no one on TikTok got it.
No, I got 1 billion likes. That's what scared me.
Yeah. You just went, "Ooh, Betty," and all of a sudden you were just followed by everyone. Oh God.
Right. Okay.
I don't understand it.
I forgot what's going on there. I don't get it. I don't understand it, Michelle. Oh, get it away. Tick what? Talk? No, that's what I have on the mantelpiece, and I read it. Thank you very much. To understand
You're getting Peter K levels of, what were all that about? TikTok? Oh, I said, Dad, have you got TikTok? He went, what? I've got a clock, thanks. And then the entirety of the O2 Arena shits in unison as they guffaw at the very idea.
I love Peter Kay.
Hey, he would kill with that material, is what I'm saying.
He would, yeah, he'll do it.
He's welcome to it as well.
You go do it. Do it.
You two have been so like, honestly, you've been so naughty tonight, you two.
We haven't.
No. Come on now.
You certainly have. They're off on tangents. They're like this. They're all over the place. Look at his face now.
Aren't they? Why don't we sit together and we can just drop all of this?
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
sister from another mister.
It sounds to me like Nat is chomping at the bit to do her requel.
I know. You think
Not necessarily.
No, we'll do yours now. We'll get on to yours. You ready?
It's not going to be very exciting. Prepare yourself.
You do it every week.
And it actually sounds like I'm copying Eddie, but I didn't. My idea is just not as good as his. So my prequel, right? Because as Eddie said, my requel, sorry. As Eddie said, the Stephen King universe, multiverse is all linked in. So I really, really love this film and have done ever since I was younger. Watched it a lot, just like you, Sam. Watched it a lot. So I don't want to fundamentally change the film or the casting. I love the cast. I mean, God bless Steve Buscemi, but I love the cast that we've got. So we'll keep the original cast. But what I want to see is loads more crossovers and nods to or allude to more Stephen King stories, because a lot of Stephen King stories were set in Castle Rock. So I want them to refer to the killings in Derry with it. So and maybe even, I don't know, because they're roughly around the same time. I think they might be a little bit later. Is there a chance that we can see some of the kids from the Losers Club? Like is there a way that any part of the plot can be alluded to Salem's Lot or anything like that? Because we have the narrator from the future, like he's set in the 80s, isn't he? So the narrator is actually seeing a whole scope of from the 50s to there of Castle Rock history. So I would really love to see a lot more nods written in to Stephen King's universe in and around Maine, Derry, Castle Rock area. Yeah, that's the only thing I would change, because I do love this film a great deal. See, it wasn't as cohesively put together as Eddie's. Absolutely brilliant Shawshank crossover.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I've just got one qualm with that. I think it's great, but I mean, that's going to be 10 years long. Because
you just had a 45-minute death scene with a bee. You literally just did that.
I mean, you both make valid points.
45 minutes isn't 10 years, Nat. That film would be 10 years long.
Like I'm simply nods too. Not. I don't want the whole It movie putting in my movie. Like, I just want there to be sort of. I want somebody to be reading a newspaper and there to be a missing child, another strange missing child in Derry. Like some graffiti, like things that are mentioned, like the fact that in Salem's Lot the whole town is burned down in the end to try to kill the vampires. Like, so things like nodded to, alluded to, subtly put in. The crazy 45-minute death bee choking scene that they discover at the end. Then they discover how Ray died. We could even add that in if you want at the end. Like
the full 45.
Yeah.
With a headline, Dead Boy Definitely Suffered.
I just want them. I want Richard Dreyfuss to be narrating away and sort of drop in that actually Ray hadn't been killed by a train, he choked on a bee. That's like that type of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we can do a crossover to you as well.
Oh, thank you.
It's all right.
Right, I'm in.
My question is, are you aware of the TV show Castle Rock that has broadly
I'm aware of it. I haven't seen it. Show your face.
Yeah, okay. I was going to ask the very same thing. But yeah, if you're aware of it, then
I am aware of it, but I haven't seen it. Believe it or not, I'm such a big Stephen King fan. Shame.
It's good. They're doing a second series.
I know Annie Wilkes, I believe, is in the second series. Is that right?
Yes, and Sissy Spacek is in the first series. I don't know if she might be in the second. I've not seen the second.
Martin Cameron, they say I am you. You need to tell them we different. I never sing song for these guys again. Oh, why not?
You never said you were the same as Martin.
It says Martin's. I'm very angry, so I do not dance. And Martin has disappeared, as you insult him also? What? Although he should take it as a complimento.
I don't think complimento is Spanish or Italian.
No, I don't know.
I think it's a free mento.
We didn't insult Martin, did we?
No, I mentioned that I thought that Roberto and Eddie's friend from Manchester were the same person.
It might have been
Derek, I'm not sure if Eddie's taking the piss. Do you remember me or not? I thought you said you did, but now you don't again. Confused.com.
These are the same guys.
It's going off the rails now.
You can't filming Derek Spoon.
Right.
It's a shame because that was the tightest section we've done tonight, and we've derailed it.
I know we pulled the time back there. That was nice. It's only an hour and 15 now. Right then, let's do the requels. Sam's was nothing changes, but every character is played by Steve Buscemi. Buscemi,
whatever. Buscemi, I think.
Apart from Ace, who's played by Beaker from the Muppets. All right, Eddie's was update to modern day, but everything's on TikTok videos, and then they get cancelled at the end for showing a dead body on TikTok. That's the reels, guys. That's the feels.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, Nat's was basically a load of padding about.
Yeah, Stephen King.
Crossovers.
All the other Stephen King stories. Yeah.
Stephen King thing that she just started talking, doing that old trick of I'll keep talking until you don't question anything I'm doing.
Are you showing off again, Chris Lumb?
No, I'm being honest. That's what you did.
Are you showing off again?
That is what you did.
Everybody, Chris.
All I've wrote is nods and crossovers. Can we have the kids in from Derry? That's what I've put.
Yeah. I want the film to be more about Stephen King's universe.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So let's vote in the room. Vote online as well, please. And we'll have a look at those in a sec. Who? Right.
It's going to be Sam for me.
Yeah, me too.
It sounds
brilliant.
Yeah, it sounds too.
Too
Never have I wanted to see a film more.
I'd watch. The only other person who I think could pull it off is Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, but
we're keeping Beaker.
He's got that sort of like comic thing about him, even when he's not being funny. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the teeth. Sorry, Steve.
He's watching. He's just gone.
He's obviously watching. Yeah. Oh shit, bringing it. Steve, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. It was a joke.
He just called his agent to say, I need to talk to Rob Reiner now about film rights.
That project.
Oh, God, he's tweeting.
Maybe it could have been a theatre production. Maybe he could have done it on stage by himself, playing all the characters.
I'd go see that.
I'd go see it. Yeah. No, Eddie, it wouldn't be off Broadway. It'd be right on it.
Yeah, it would. Shut up, Eddie. They'd kick Hamilton out of the theatre for that.
He wouldn't have to take it to try it out.
He's a silly fucking Buscemi.
Fucking best theatre in the house. He can have his pick at the moment, to be honest, can't he, unfortunately.
So the curtains open, all of a sudden some guy's giving it, how could a bastard orphan? And then just gets pushed out of the way by Steve Buscemi, and a bloke holding a beaker pop, and he goes, right, everyone, orchestra, you can go home. We don't need you. Yeah. No, lock the doors. Okay.
Plays all the music. He's in the orchestra bit as well. You never.
It's sung by Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
Every night.
No, that's it. Steve by me.
Steve by me. And every night he just invades a different theatre.
Yeah.
So every night somewhere in the world, somebody's theatre production gets pushed off stage by Steve just turning up with a beaker puppet. You never know where it's going to be.
It's just a local village pantomime. Local village pantomime starring everyone just gets kicked out. Yeah.
What?
It's not Jack and the Beanstalk anymore. It's Steve by me.
Yeah. What? Are you going to vote for Sam? You need to vote for somebody.
I am going to vote for Eddie because I'd really like to see I don't know if you've ever seen TikTok, but they put like faces on things and make them talk. And I really want the leeches to get a face and be like, damn, I didn't mean to end up here. And then it comes out with like,
hey guys, you'll never guess what I was just sucking on.
yeah. Damn, that's not what I thought it was. Like, yeah.
I wondered why he only had a thumb.
Yeah. Why did he faint? God, I'm not that bad. Like that kind of thing.
Just really sassy leeches.
Yeah. Cool. Right then, let's have a look online. We have got just Roberta left. I now vote scissors as he insult me the least, and cancelling sound like a good idea. Cancelling what?
Cancelling just the world. We're all going to die. I think we're all going to die.
I mean, it's 2020. It's probably going to happen.
Sure,
Yeah.
Probably like two shemmy-faced leeches if we're really thinking about it.
Is there a better way to go?
Yeah. I'm going out. That's how I'm going out.
Compliment to his Italiano for compliment. Look it up. You lost your vote for saying it wasn't an Italian.
Actually, that's in the other way around. He said that's at 9:16, and then at 9:17 he changed his mind and voted.
No. I mean, Sam lost the vote because he said.
It was
right.
Italian.
Yeah. And then he wanted everybody to mutiny and vote. Look at that. Oh, he's getting a bit. Oh.
In protest, isn't he?
Isn't he?
Oh, come on, Roberto. Only a bit of fun, Roberto. Derek never said that.
Oh, you are naughty now.
Derek Spoon never said it like that. Right then, let's have a look. Sam, you've won that round as well.
Way.
Which means at the end of the show, Sam is the overall winner of the evening. Woo!
Oh my God! Thank you.
Well done. You did it. You nailed it. Well done. Some good stuff there all round, I think, tonight. Right then, so all that remains to be said, thanks to everybody watching on Facebook tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you. Give them a quick round of applause. Now it's time to plug anything you've got. So start with you, Sam. You're our guest. Thank you actually for coming in tonight and doing this first of all.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks for having us. I've had a great time. Thanks so much for asking us to do it.
Thank you. Have you got anything you want to plug? Anything you want to tell anybody about? Any social media or anything like that? Any videos? Any stand-up?
No.
Give
us a ring in a week.
All right.
Maybe. Then I'll tell you probably no again. But
all right.
Try.
Keep on the button now. We'll keep informed. All right then. Nat, have you got anything for us this week?
Not until I get my computer sorted out or a new one, but I get paid on Wednesday, so I'll be getting a new one.
I thought your brother were going around to get it fixed.
Oh, it's done. It's gone. It's dead.
No.
Yeah, my laptop
Has he taken the hard drive out?
I don't know what he did with it. He did stuff.
I can maybe sort that out for you. Don't throw it out. Might be able to sort it out for you.
All right. Okay.
I've recovered a lot of computers in my time. They're always going down.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I never.
Has your brother sold it down the market already, though?
Down the market, eh? No,
I've got it. It's there, actually. I can see it.
All right. I'll have a chat with you about that. Not on a live thing. Get it. Let's have a look. We'll do a quick maintenance thing. We've got extra time now. We've got another
screen share. Yeah.
Screen share it. Yeah, babe. Screen share it.
Screen share.
Eddie, what have you got, please?
IC News podcast and Fire Breathing Kittens podcast, as always, and on YouTube, Board Game Smackdown as well. Those are things to support, and that's about it for now.
Cool. Okay. Lovely stuff. As always, discount can we check out? We've got improv shows online. You can watch them. I've started uploading new videos from old shows and things like that, old sketches. You can check all those out on Channel Lumb.
Channel Lumb.
Wow.
See what you did there.
But honestly, do look at the sketches. Don't read the name of the channel too often. Just watch the videos there.
I called it that and I can't change it back. I was messing about and I thought, what shall I call it? And I changed it and pressed save. And it went, you cannot change this channel for another 6 months.
Oh dear.
So yeah, Channel Lumb is
Channel Lumb.
Yeah, It's live. Sorry.
You
Oh.
genius.
Anyway, right. Everybody hates that name of it.
I wonder why.
Maybe people will go on to insult it. Maybe that's my big game plan. They'll go, "What's this shit?" And then they'll maybe like
There's
the
such
video.
thing as bad publicity, my friend.
They're in, except for Noel Edmonds, poor guy. Right, so that's it for this week. Let's say a big thanks again to Sam for being our guest.
Yeah, thank you, Sam.
Thanks to you guys as always. Thank you for coming. Right, thanks to everybody on Facebook who joined in and watched us. We're here every Monday night. We're all on lockdown, having a bit of fun. 8 o'clock. Next week, I think we're going to be doing Groundhog Day.
Oh, I like a bit of Groundhog Day.
And what are we doing the week after that, Chris? Say Groundhog Day.
We're doing Taxi Driver.
That's so you can do that impression.
But if you say Groundhog Day, that is the joke.
We're doing Groundhog Day.
Because it goes over and over again, doesn't it?
Oh, brilliant.
Well, the hilarity has to stop somewhere. Right, that's it.
It'd be nice if it ever started.
Everybody, we'll see you again next time.
Oh, see you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.